Hey guys, so obviously I shot my first wedding last week and I thought it would be fun to do a video where I share 5 things that I learned from my first wedding, and also maybe they are kind of hidden tips so that you can take them into consideration as well. Let's go. Okay, so the first one is basically take all your gear, but don't take too much on. Basically 2 tips in one kind of, but yeah, so when I was gonna do this shoot, I didn't really know what kind of gear I wanted to use, so I basically packed everything I had into a bag and just took it with me to the venue, found a spot where I could safely store it, and then I could just decide right there and then what I was gonna use. And the second part of this one is that you don't want to really take too much on, because obviously it's your first wedding and there's so many things that you have to take into consideration that maybe it's okay to eliminate certain things. So for example, instead of using ND filters, you could choose not to, because when you use ND filters, you always have to make sure that your exposure is correct. And also when you're moving from inside to outside, you're gonna constantly be removing that filter. And then because there's so many things that you have to keep in mind, you might actually end up losing shots that you otherwise wouldn't have. So even though I started using ND filters in the beginning of my shoot, I decided to remove them and just focus on shooting the wedding and making sure that I didn't miss any special moments. Okay, so the second one is to simply just be on time. When I was shooting my first wedding last week, obviously there's so many things that you don't know. So I was there on time to meet the family, to meet the people that were working there, to scout the location, check out the lighting. And this allowed me to just be prepared and to also have less stress, I guess, because I was aware of what was going to happen. So basically when I met the people working there, I was asking them questions about the lighting, if it was going to stay the same, if there was going to be any changes of the decor basically. Also where the couple was going to be. So I was able to just check out the angles as well and see where I could set up my backup camera. I also managed to meet with the audio guy and make some appointments with him. So yeah, getting there early just makes it so much easier for yourself to, have less to worry about later when you're actually shooting the wedding. So that's my second takeaway. And my third one is actually to take an audio recorder. Obviously, I mentioned earlier that I took all my stuff, and I was very happy that I took my Zoom H1N because as I was there early, I met with the audio guy and I simply just asked him if I could plug in my recorder into his mixing panel, and he agreed with that. He actually had every cable basically that I would ever need. So he simply just attached the audio recorder to the mixer and it recorded the whole audio from that day. So I always had at least had a backup audio track for my videos. So definitely a tip, I think, take an audio recorder, and the Zoom H1N is only about $100. So yeah, definitely would recommend taking one of those. The fourth big takeaway was actually shooting backup angles. So I was obviously using my Sony A7c for my main video capturing, but I also had an A7 III which I set up on a tripod to create a backup angle basically, so that if I were to miss anything with my normal camera any moment, there would always be a camera rolling in the background. So that helped me a lot, because that basically gave me the peace of mind that everything was going to be recorded, so I wasn't going to miss any moment. And then it was actually very relaxing to just walk around and capture the moments that were special. So for example, I could focus more also on capturing the emotions on the people that were obviously guests, and just walk around freely, making sure that I wasn't going to cross too much into my backup angles. But yeah, definitely setting up an extra camera or two is going to help you a lot and just make you feel relaxed that everything's being captured and you can just basically enjoy and walk around and capture as many shots as you possibly can. So backup angles, very important. So the fifth and final takeaway is basically to just simply enjoy the day. Obviously people said that to me even before the shoot, but you know, there was some, I was a little bit anxious, I was a little bit worried about the shoot because it was going to be my first one. But the couple also basically told me to just enjoy the day and make sure that I, you know, had a good time as well. So they treated me as a guest, to be honest, and I really felt like a guest as well. But I was really just enjoying capturing the moments as well, because obviously it's a wedding and everyone is happy. So yeah, don't try not to stress too much and try to just enjoy the moment and, you know, also take in that first experience. I mean, obviously you're there to deliver a professional product, and you know that is important, and I definitely was aware of that. But making sure that you enjoy the day as well just, I think, gives the couple and the people around you peace of mind as well, because if they see you stressing and stuff, maybe you're gonna add extra stress to the couple as well, or maybe to the bride, which is certainly something you don't want to do. So I don't know, it came very natural, I think, because the people were very lovely, and obviously it's a wonderful day for them, so I think everyone's happy anyways. So yeah, just try to enjoy it with the people that you're providing a service for. And yeah, I mean, they treated me like guests, so it was super easy for me. And well, I was basically smiling the whole day, I think. I noticed it a lot that I was just really enjoying it, smiling a lot. So very positive experience for me. And I personally cannot wait to shoot a second wedding. It's something that I'm planning to do in the future. This first wedding was sort of like a trial run for me to see if, you know, if I was going to like it. And yeah, I definitely like it, and I'm going to do more in the future. So yeah, those were my 5 takeaways from shooting my first wedding. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.